Hey Nancy, how you doing tonight?
Hey Susan, I'm doing good. How are you? How was your week?
It's been busy.
I'm sure it has.
It's always busy. How was the beach?
Oh, we had a very nice time. We went to, North Myrtle. The kids both joined us, so it was just a fun little family getaway.
Yeah, we had fun seeing Brittany on Saturday. It was nice to see her.
Oh, and thank you again for having us over for a little, we had spaghetti. I was going to say cookout, but the spaghetti was delicious. Matt made homemade sauce and meatballs. Of course, I can't have the meatballs because I have that alpacal, but everything was delicious. Thank you.
Yeah, and I made Brittany one of our peanut butter chocolate martinis.
She loved it. Loved it.
So now she can go make it for her friends.
Yeah, I told that'd be a great girls' night dinner drink.
Well, I mean, as thick as it is, as heavy as it is, it's not thick, heavy. You could drink that for dinner.
How about dessert? Get some food in your belly and then get the liquor going.
Oh, so tonight this was not the story I had intended, but I had listened to a podcast about this young man, and it has just tugged at my heart and really has bothered me. So I switched gears. So tonight we're going to talk about Noah Presgrove. Noah is a 19-year-old. He had just graduated from high school in, I'm going to say, I don't know how Oklahoma does it, but it was either the end of May or the beginning of June of 2023. He was 19 years old. He graduated from Comanche High School. He was athletic. He was a nice kid, good looking, had a lot of friends. He planned to join the military. He wanted to join the Marines. On the weekend of Labor Day 2023, he was supposed to go to a music festival with his family, but he wanted to bring his 16-year-old friend with him. And his family wasn't comfortable with that because they didn't know the 16-year-old's family. And it's a music festival, so there's a lot of drinking that goes on at music festivals.
Right.
And we know that because I had an encounter at a music festival that wasn't that great not too long ago.
Yeah, you like those music festivals, Susan.
Well, I like two friends.
Two friends. Shout out to two friends.
I like two friends, yes. And I had a woman who was drunk at the music festival and decided that she wanted to pour beer down my back.
Oh, gosh.
So, anyway, Noah stayed home and did not go to the music festival with his family. And instead, he went to a 4-day birthday party for a friend of his that was 22 years of age. And Noah's 19.
Okay.
The party was advertised on Snapchat. So-and-so's birthday party. Like the kids do. We know. We have children about this age.
Right.
So we know how that goes. It's a party. They're like, hell yeah, we're going to go to this party. Well, the 4-day party had kids aged from 15 to 22. I don't know why 22-year-olds want to hang around 15-year-olds, but it was in Comanche, Oklahoma. And I'm going to call that a corn dog town. Because just by what we're going to learn, it seems to be a corn dog town. It reminds me of like where we're from. The house where the party was located was surrounded by fields. We can relate to that.
Right.
About 40 people were at this 4-day party, but they were arriving in and out. Like Noah had come to the party and then he had left and then came back the next night. So that's how this party was being run. The videos, they were posting a lot on social media, especially kids these days love to use Snapchat. They were really using their Snapchat about the party. And you could see as the weekend went by, the kids were becoming increasingly more drunk. 2 a.m. Monday, September 4th, 2023 is the last video of Noah. But they were doing what typical partygoers do at this age. They were playing like a smack game where they smack each other.
I've seen this. Mm-hmm.
Have you seen that?
I have.
I haven't. The first time I saw it is there are videos out now of this party where they're smacking each other. For me, personally, even at 16, 17, I never wanted to be smacked.
Are they doing the shot first and then the smacking? Sometimes there's drinking involved when they do it. Or it could just be who can hit who the hardest, but
I don't know.
We get the idea, though.
Seems like they were having a good time smacking each other. Girls were taking Sharpies and writing them on Noah. Like, Noah's hot. They were writing on his butt in Sharpie. But they all seemed to be having a good time. Now, I want to say, I'm going with this story, I'm telling the information that's out there. Because there's a lot of conflicting stories. So personally, I know what's confirmed. But you don't know what actually happened because we weren't at the party. So Noah's best friend, Jack, he dates the birthday girl's sister. And now, I've done a lot of deep diving. This sister is now engaged to Jack. Jack Newton is his name. It's very well out there. Jack Newton has made he's interviewed with different news affiliates. And Jack and Noah got into a fight because Noah was in the corner talking to Jack's girlfriend. Later, Jack's girlfriend said the first time she ever met Noah was that night. But does that make sense? If Jack's your best friend, this is the first time you meet his girlfriend? And you've gone to this party? And after the events unfold that I'm about to tell you, the girlfriend resets her phone and lost all her contacts.
Oh, I don't like this. I'm not liking where this is going.
But later, Jack and Noah, I guess Jack realizes it's a misunderstanding or whatever, and they make up, they hug it out, whatever besties do.
Boys can get over things quickly.
And then Noah has another fight with a kid who I believe was 16 years old. And it actually became a physical altercation where the kid accused Jack of taking his cell phone. Noah's like, I didn't take your cell phone. The kid fish hooks Noah. Do you know what a fish hook is?
I don't, Susan.
Where they stick your finger in your mouth and pull your mouth?
Oh.
Yeah. So then Noah bites him. But come to find out, Noah never took the kid's phone. There was someone else that was asleep on the kid's phone. I would say probably passed out and not asleep, but...
Right.
Then there are pictures that have come out that has another partygoer with a rifle. I found some other information that Noah had another fight with another partygoer, but there's not a lot of information on that. And apparently there was golf clubs missing from a person's truck at the party. That's also out there. The truthfulness of that, I don't know, but it's out there. Then there's the ATV. Noah and several others took an ATV for a drunken spin and flipped it.
Oh.
The time of the incident is unknown. Some people say it happened at midnight. Others people say it happened at 3 a.m. You're going to find a lot of that in this story where none of the stories line up.
And we find that when we're diving into stories often.
It's really bad in this one. Jack Newton owned the ATV. Remember, he's Noah's best friend. And he says it happened after he went to bed at 1:50 a.m. Jack said the keys were with him and Noah must have come in and got them while he was asleep. A bunch of people went down, drove it, and wrecked it. No one was hurt, but Noah was dirty enough that two friends gave him a shower. But this story also changes. You'll hear some accounts that Noah gave himself a shower. Some of his male buddies gave him a shower. But most consistently, it's two females gave him a shower. And they put different clothes on him because his were dirty. Noah has another encounter with the birthday girl. He wanted to sleep in the birthday girl's bed. She said no. And after that, he got mad to clear his head. Again, there's more to the story. One account that I had read said that the birthday girl had a crush on Noah, and he had some not nice things to say about her. It got back to her, hurt her feelings. No one's exactly sure when Noah left the party, but his friends say it was 3:15 to 3:30 a.m. At 3:41 a.m., a girl posts on her social media with a picture of herself smiling, and it says, "Well, Noah is gone." She has defended herself and said she had no idea what was about to happen.
This was just coincidental.
Supposedly.
Supposedly.
Yes. 19-year-old Noah Presgrove was found dead among US 81 in Jefferson County on Labor Day in 2023, a mile away from the party house. A pickup driver had passed and saw what he thought was a body on the side of the road. He pulled over to investigate when he realized it was a body and called 911 at 5:53 a.m. A semi-trailer also came up on the scene and called 911. Jack, his friend, were back at the party house. This is going on a mile away. But back at the party house, Jack texted his father at 5:53 a.m. letting him know he was on his way to go fishing with his father. The text says, "I'll meet you at the lake. Can you bring me a hat, please? Someone took mine after I went to bed." Caleb is Jack's father, and he said, "Okay." 6:05 a.m., Jack called Caleb to tell him Noah was dead. Caleb then was on his way to Comanche. By the time he arrived, this is by Caleb's account, by the time he arrived, Jefferson County Sheriff's deputies have arrived on the scene at 6:18 a.m. and were securing the scene. But this story also changes because there are some stories that Noah's teeth were on the road and Caleb's dad was removing teeth. Noah was found in the fetal position, found only wearing shoes, completely naked, and was the only people who saw him alive were the people at the party before he walked off. Caleb was found in the fetal position, completely naked and only wearing shoes. He had two different shoes on. One Adidas slip-on, which was actually his shoe. The other was a Hey Dude from another party goer. Friends say he couldn't find his other shoe, so he just grabbed a shoe. This shoe, the Hey Dude, actually belonged to the kid that was sleeping on the phone. That was...
And they couldn't find that phone.
Exactly. His shorts, his black shorts, were folded neatly next to the body. No vehicle. Everybody thought he just got hit by a car, hit by a vehicle. But no vehicle parts or debris were found on the scene. Now we're going to talk about after the body was found. The partygoers remain silent. All they'll say is they have no idea what happened to Noah. They deleted any post or anything that had to do with the party. Leaked text and social media comments show chaos, and the story that the partygoers tell keep changing. Noah's friend said Noah had a habit of wandering off at parties. Law enforcement did it's called a GEO fence. It's for cell phones.
Yep.
And discovered 2 cell phones located in the early hours. They left the house to the location where Noah's body was found, stayed there a short time, and then went back to the party house. Some at the party said they took the ATV to look for Noah, but they didn't find him when they went. They didn't find him, so they went back to the house. But they were exactly where the body was. They would have seen the body.
And what did they say that, like, why did they go look for him? Like, what,
Because he wandered off. But they were where the body was found. They would have seen the body.
Right.
Law enforcement is also looking for a black truck. Not sure why, but it is something that they're looking into. After this all started happening in the early hours, a mother of 2 of the partygoers came. She and her 2 daughters began cleaning up the house. It smelled of strong bleach the next day. This potentially can be a crime scene, and she's cleaning it up.
Susan, there's a lot going on here.
Oh, there's a hell of a lot going on here. Caleb, Jack's dad, he removed all the guns from the house. So I guess there was multiple guns. But we know Noah wasn't killed by a gunshot. He took the guns to his house, then gave the guns back to their owners the next day. It is alleged that Caleb cut up Noah's shirt that he was wearing at the party and gave it to the partygoers as a memory of Noah, even though that could be evidence. Caleb denies that he did this. The ATV was checked out by law enforcement but given back to Jack. It was his ATV, but Jack sold the ATV in April so he could buy a boat. Presgrove's family was told that law enforcement could not get a warrant for the land or the party house because there was no evidence that a crime was committed there. But how do you know if no crime is committed there if you don't have the opportunity to look?
We're not investigating into it. And when people start automatically cleaning a house and getting rid of things, you don't do that unless something happened.
Especially bleach.
Bleach.
I mean, I don't clean with bleach. Do you clean with bleach?
No.
No.
No, that's not a normal thing. And how would the mom get there? Somebody had to call her.
Exactly.
Okay.
You got something to say?
I do, because we keep hearing about these stories with missing kids, and right away their friends and their friends don't seem to do the right thing. Something's always being covered up. And I don't know what you're about to tell me. Are they covering up that they were underage drinking? Are they covering up more that somebody was involved? There's so much going through my head, but we always see social media's deleted. Like you said, stories are changing. Somebody obviously called their mom to come over, so something happened.
I'm not done yet.
Oh, gosh. I might need a drink, Susan.
Well, let's talk about the drink. Let's take a little moment because Nancy needs it, because Nancy needs some tissues.
These cases are hard, Susan. Like we said, we have kids these ages. We have college kids. I do. Still in college. So these stories, they hit home.
Exactly.
And we tell our kids, have good friends, make good choices, but things happen.
And alcohol escalates things.
Absolutely.
I mean, you can be with someone sober and they're this person, and if they have a few drinks, they turn into Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You don't know.
And is it everybody's afraid of getting in trouble these days? I mean, things happen. I'm not saying these kids, you haven't told me the rest of the story yet, but I'm not saying I immediately think that they're guilty, they did something, but clearly there's a cover-up going on. We're lying about, and you said they just happened to go look for him, but if he wanders off, and I would assume at that point he was going home, so when you said they went to look for him, that was interesting, because I would have assumed, he went home. But as I tell my son, stick with your friends. Stick with your friends. Do not let anybody go off alone if you know they've been drinking.
He was with his friends. So let's talk about the drink. We're going to talk about the drink.
Okay, yes.
So we have a nice drink tonight.
It is pretty. We're going to post pictures.
You'll see the video, but it's called the Truth Serum. Because there's some truths that need to be told.
I like this.
And I can't tell them, and you can't tell them. Somebody's got to tell them that was there. So, we're going to move on. The Oklahoma Highway Patrol released a statement saying the lead detectives on the case are not considering it a murder at this time. They have conducted numerous interviews, followed many leads. The investigation is not over, and if anyone with information on Presgrove's death is asked to call Southwest Regional Communications Center at 353-0783. The death is ruled suspicious and undetermined. But May 13th, this year, 2024, Noah's autopsy became public. And this is what they found. Multiple blunt force injuries. You may need some tissues, Nancy. Because this is fucked up. Extensive injuries to the body. 10 broken ribs. Serious skull, neck, and spine features. Bleeding. But not all the blood was found at the scene. I'll get into that a little later. Brain and organ damage. Cuts and grazes all over his body. One extensive skull fracture running across his head split the base of his skull in two. Two smaller ones. His skull was literally caved in, and 20 milliliters of blood pooled inside his head from a brain bleed. Damage to 4 parts of his brain itself. Air in both his cranial cavity and spinal cord. Extremely rare conditions caused by massive head trauma. Both lungs were punctured, and he had internal injuries to his heart, stomach. He had internal bleeding of 3.2 pints of blood. Skin on the left side of his scalp was torn off to the bone, and a clump of hair was found in the middle of the highway. Additionally, a clump of his hair from his head was observed on his right buttock. I'm not done.
This is tough, Susan.
Both of his upper and lower teeth were broken, with a few fragments found inside his mouth. Others were strewn across the road, several feet from his body. He was bleeding out of his ears. He had a cut on his lower lip and one on his tongue. Noah's spine, C1, C2, C6, C7 vertebrae were fractured and displaced, indicating a serious broken neck. This is like when they would execute people by hanging. They would situate that would break the neck for death. This is what he was suffering. This is what he had. Road rash on upper back and abrasions from grazes on his left arm, left side of torso, and both buttocks. Grazes on his left eyebrow, corner of his left eye, left right neck, and behind his right ear. Again, no vehicle parts or debris observed at the scene, indicating he was not hit by a car. No. He was not hit by a vehicle, any vehicle.
Yeah.
He was naked, only wearing unmatched shoes. 3 pieces of a white metal chain. It looks like there's been some controversy if like he was chained to a vehicle and kind of ridden around, like drug around. Mm-hmm. But from what I'm seeing, this is more like a necklace chain. Blood alcohol level was 0.14. So he was drunk, but he wasn't like blackout drunk.
Over the top drunk.
Mm-hmm. There were no drugs in his system. There was only a spot of blood. The blood found at the scene, just a spot. Despite all these injuries, where's the fucking blood?
Back at that house?
I'm shrugging because I don't know. Where's the damn blood?
This is tough.
I want to tell you, Oklahoma's social host law, alcohols and minors are accountable. If someone is injured or killed because of a social host violation, you can be charged with a felony punishable by up to 5 years in prison, $2,500 fine. Mm-hmm. This never happened to the 22-year-old birthday girl who threw the party or the people who owned the home. No charges were ever filed. A lot of what I read was that They own a lot of property. They have some clout in the town.
I was just going to go there. Do they know somebody? Are they high up people in the town?
I mean, at least that would have been the minimal that somebody could have done about this. But latest is now the FBI is involved. That has been a recent, very recent update in the case. Because it's mysterious. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Nobody's been arrested.
So nobody's talking at that party. Not one kid came forward.
Well, recently, there is Caden. He has come forward. I read his post on Justice for Noah Presgrove. There's a Facebook page. I suggest everybody follow it. It's crazy.
I've been looking as we're talking, Susan.
It is wild. There's a lot of stuff going on in that town. It's about ready to explode. And the more this story gets out, the more pressure becomes on law enforcement to really hone in and figure out what happened to this young man. This young man was going to go serve our country.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
So, here's some after stuff. Caden, who owned the other Hey Dude, has come out with, on Justice for Noah Presgrove Facebook page, at 5:15 a.m., Jack Newton, the best friend, came busting into the house, letting everyone know Noah was dead. 3 other boys helped Caden look for his Hey Dude, but he couldn't find it, so they got into Caden's car, drove to the scene. At that time, Caden insists Noah was wearing his black shorts. They were told they couldn't stay at the scene of the crime or the accident, whatever happened there. So they went back to the house to sleep. Caden did not sleep. Caden was under the assumption at the time that Noah had been hit by a vehicle. Caden is saying he doesn't care what people think about him or what people say. He'll testify in court what he saw. He needs the lies to stop.
We need more Cadens.
So, at least Caden's speaking up. Jack Newton, I'm going to tell you. So, I'm going to just, on the Justice for Noah Presgrove Facebook page, there are things that have been confirmed, and there's a list of things that have not been confirmed. I'm not going to share I'm sure some of what I've said is in that list of not confirmed, but I'm going to share the list of confirmed.
Okay.
Jack Newton stated in a message at 4 a.m. Noah had died.
At 4 a.m.
Who that's to, what that's about, I don't know. The stories of the partygoers are totally inconsistent. They're all over the damn place. And they are all over the damn place. Those that showered Noah said they put white shorts on him, not black shorts. Noah had been at the party asking if somebody could take him home. He wanted a ride home. He also, the last text he sent to his family was about the music festival, and he said to them, I should have gone with you.
Oh, that's a teary-eyed one, Susan.
Social media, all these events at the party, they deleted it. I mean, Jack's girlfriend, she totally reset her damn phone. What the hell? What the fuck's on there? Why do you do that? I never reset my phone.
No.
I've never reset a cell phone. I don't have a reason to. Have you ever reset a cell phone?
I mean, just from Verizon, if my phone was acting up and they had me do a reset. I mean, we're talking about years ago with the phone company, but no. Can you see data on a reset phone? Is it gone?
I don't know. That's a
happy
good question.
But that would be the only reason you would do it just on your own, is to delete something. Permanently delete something.
So Jack Newton stated in a message in the middle of the night that they were pig hunting. What does that mean?
Pig hunting.
That's confirmed. Be interesting to know what time that was as well. Jack Newton states he passed a polygraph. Now, I don't think law enforcement's come out that he's passed a polygraph, but he says he passed a polygraph.
Mm-hmm.
And with the clothes, the black shorts, Noah's brother has them now. Noah's wallet has never been found. Where the fuck is his wallet?
So he went from the house to this highway, and there's no wallet.
Yeah, where's the wallet? The Facebook page Justice for Noah Presgrove is really, oh Lord, you can go down some rabbit holes in that. And then TikTok is exploding with this story.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was probably on TikTok for over an hour, just listening pretty much the same thing over and over and over.
Is anybody from the party posting, or is it just people speculating?
The party goers?
Right.
Absolutely. Some of them are coming up. Even on the Justice for Noah Presgrove page on Facebook, they're trying to defend themselves.
Oh, again, we're worried about ourselves, and we just lost a friend.
Yeah.
And somebody lost a son. That's really sad. And a brother.
Yep. But the more we get the story out there, the more likely somebody's going to be telling the truth. Because here's what's going to happen. I mean, it just is what's going to happen. You're living with this. It's a huge ass secret. It's going to eat you alive.
Absolutely.
Through whatever secrets do. Whether it be alcoholism, drug abuse. I mean, Jack's engaged to his girlfriend now.
Mm-hmm.
But we've seen it in so many podcasts where these people, they're in love, they're together, they want to be together forever, and they're not. And then once that union breaks up, somebody's talking like a damn canary.
Yes.
So I think it's time for somebody to come up and just speak the truth.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like they're all defending the same friend, maybe.
Who knows?
Like you said, at some point, somebody mentally is going to have a mental breakdown over this. And the truth hopefully will come out. And it needs to. For their friend.
It definitely needs to.
For their friend.
But you'll see on the Justice for Noah Presgrove Facebook page that they're selling shirts.
They're making money off this.
They're selling shirts. No, they're selling shirts because they're raising money for scholarships.
Oh, okay.
For
I was getting nervous.
For like kids who can't afford their wrestling shoes and different. So they've done.
So they're making good with the money.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The family's doing that.
Okay.
Yeah. So they are doing good things. And at his funeral, there was over 1,000 people. They held it at the high school. I mean, it was heard in one podcast that none of the partygoers went to the funeral. I don't know if that's true, but it's kind of, you wonder. And then some of the partygoers, they were told not to talk to Noah's family because his family was pissed off at him. And at that time, that was Caleb, Jack's dad, that was supposedly said that. And at that time, Noah's family was like, we just thought he got hit by a vehicle. So there's a lot of, you can go into this really dark and deep because there's so much information, but there's so many like, he said, she said, he said, she said, I didn't say that. Like, It's all over the damn place. It's ridiculous.
And what are they speculating? I mean, when you're telling me the story, I'm thinking, and you talked about pig hunting. What did they do something? I mean, the boys and the girls are covering up for them. Is that what they're implying on some of these sites?
I don't know.
That he was brutally beaten. I mean, it sounds like he whatever he went through was hell. Absolute hell.
A lot of his injuries, I would think, if there's truly missing golf clubs, they could beat the shit out of him with some golf clubs.
Oh, I forgot to tie that back to this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then what happens? It's crazy. But Noah needs justice.
So the police, when they initially arrived and seen the scene, this didn't red flag them? I mean, shorts.
I think they just thought he was hit by a vehicle. Because there's speculation that the shorts weren't folded.
Okay. So that's not a confirmed. And I'm not faulting the police, but the way you're describing the injuries, I mean, that's extensive.
I think, why you not going and checking the party house? It's where he was last.
Mm-hmm.
And then it got cleaned up. Something's going on. Bleach. Bleach.
That's not normal.
None of us clean with bleach. We don't clean with bleach.
That's not the first thing you do when your friend's missing or just been killed.
No, if Matt came home and I had cleaned the house with bleach, he'd be going to hell off because bleach stinks. Just doesn't. It
doesn't add up.
Mm-mm. And their excuse for that was, well, we were just cleaning up the place. Well, no, you just didn't want to get caught that you were serving minors alcohol and a kid got murdered.
Yeah, but I'm saying there's your friend. Your friend has passed, and we're more worried about cleaning up our house?
Yeah.
That's a tough one. I mean, now I'm looking at it from the mom point of view. That's really hard.
Well, and there's some stories that Caleb was not at the lake when he says he was at the lake and all this kind of stuff. And I don't know.
Well, Susan, this is going to be an interesting one to follow now because it's so new.
It's new. It's out there. FBI has it now.
Yep. That's good. I'm glad they're looking into it.
It's a shame that it's taken since September to May for the FBI to become involved. Mm-hmm. But we hear that all the time.
Yeah. Well, so only one friend's really speaking up right now. Caden.
What we know.
Yeah.
We don't... The law enforcement's not giving a lot of information.
Okay, and sometimes as we follow these podcasts, we realize why they do that.
Mm-hmm. So, absolutely.
Yeah, that's not necessarily a bad thing. But we need the kids to do the right thing. The kids who know to do the right thing. I mean, we're speculating that something happened at that house, but he didn't just get hit by a car, Susan. There would be... Well, you would think.
Well, even the doctors have said this is not... He was not hit by a car.
So it has been confirmed by medical, not just us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, listening to the details and thinking, no, I don't think that would happen. You see tire marks, car debris, something.
And where's the blood?
The blood. Yeah.
Something's happened. But sometimes it takes a long time for them to build a case.
Right. Mm-hmm.
To make sure it's secure. And it's going to be tight. And they're going to win. But we don't know. We are going to order some shirts.
I love that.
And I know you want Carolina blue.
Hey, I'll take any color to support such a amazing cause now. And I like that the family is doing something.
Yep, they're trying to keep... There's several scholarships and different things that they're doing to keep his memory alive.
Do you know if they had other children? You said they had a brother. I mean, he had a brother, right?
I think he has a brother and a sister. And I'm not real sure because I don't think the parents were together.
That's okay, yeah.
So,
okay.
I mean...
They might have other children.
That's your normal, typical household these days. So...
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. But we'll be keeping you posted and...
Definitely maybe pop back on again when there's more updates on this one because, I love that this one is fresh in the news. We can all follow it together. And, people listening, definitely leave us comments if, you're seeing anything or, And
you can totally relate because...
Oh, gosh, that's the problem. Yeah, it's very relatable.
I mean, we have 22-year-old daughters.
Well, 21. Mine are 20 and 21, so we're right at that age.
Oh, mine's 22.
Well, and Sydney is 24. No, did I even make her young? No.
Sydney's 27.
Oh, gosh. They all seem like kids. But, yeah, so we're right at the age with these kids. And, we just saw that Riley go missing. Just boom,
Mm-hmm.
And where are the friends? Where are those fraternity friends? Why wasn't anybody helping that kid? That one got me. That was a tough one. And this one as well.
He's such a handsome young man.
Noah?
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at the pictures while you were talking.
Yeah.
Very good-looking kid, and he looks very athletic. I think there's like a sports picture I was
called
looking
him a ladies' man.
I can see why. He's very handsome.
Yeah. Yeah.
But just to think
and that was one of the things, too, that he didn't really want to get with the birthday girl.
Mm-hmm.
because he had a girlfriend. She just wasn't at the party. I think she was a little younger. So her parents probably like, hell no, you can't go to a 4-day party.
Right.
He's a nice looking kid. And some of the names that are out there in the news, I left out just because it was one thing. It was just too many names to throw in there. I just wanted the key players in there. And those names know something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what would you do if one of your kids was in that situation?
Oh, like I said, we've been down this road and we watched the whole Riley going missing with his friends at spring break, because I thought, my son went to spring break with his fraternity friends. And like I say, I always give that mom lecture. Do not leave your friends. Make sure, first of all, you have a great group of friends. Friends who stick with you, friends who are going to look after you, and friends who are going to take care of you.
But for my daughter, I'd be like, if you just know, first we're going to lawyer up. Because we're going to lawyer up.
And it could be why some of them aren't talking.
My lawyer said, you don't do nothing till you call me. We lawyer up. Then we deal. If she wasn't involved, then we tell what we know. Because it's the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you mean if my kid was at that party? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Right.
Yeah, you've got to tell what you know. And I don't care if I got to sell my house and move out of town. Mm-hmm. You're going to do right you would do right by Noah.
And maybe some of these kids will. It's still new. Well, you said it's been going on since September, though.
But that's not long. We've seen cases that don't get solved for 7 to 10 years, 20 years.
I mean, the kids coming out. So, but maybe now.
But it's getting hot.
Right.
And the hotter it is, you're turning up the heat.
When somebody leaks something, then it's going to be everybody defending themselves. Everybody coming out with what they know. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to.
Exactly. They could have seen it.
Take the blame.
But not been a part of it.
Right. And sometimes they think, well, they didn't do it. But still, by not telling what you know is just, it's hurting. It's hurting.
But here's one thing we see too. Right. Even if you were there and you saw something, but you weren't a part of it, but you were there. Mm-hmm. Maybe a part of it a little bit. The first person that talks gets the best deal. Thanks for joining us on Empty Nesters True Crime Podcast, where we've delved into chilling mysteries and dark secrets. With their nest now empty, Susan and Nancy will keep uncovering the truth and venturing into the unknown. Until next time, stay safe and step into the shadows with us again.